Love is an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. To love somebody isn't just a strong feeling, it's a decision, a judgment, and a promise. Up next on Candice and Cooky, will the doctor have good news for Cooky? Will she be able to start rehabilitation? Stay tuned to find out.
Streets. I got the formula, 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 I got the formula. Hocus pocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. I got the formula, 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 I got the formula. Hocus pocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. Hocus pocus to the trash spot. Homie Dracula, whipping a spatula, ship it and pack it up, send it to Africa. They gonna suck it up. I am spectacular, I am a bachelor, everything natural. Up in the maximum, working the maximum, chin the maximum, everything maximum. Hocus pocus, bitch, I'ma keep taxing them. Hocus pocus, bitch, I'ma keep got a new recipe. I got the recipe coming from Sicily. This ain't no stress of me. Abracadabra, think it's the flex of me. Abracadabra, truck got a hex on me. Stock it like mannequin, shop it like mannequin. This money mannequin, don't pay no man of me. Copycatting nigga, me who you tryna be straight like.
I'm headed over to the hospital this afternoon to go and see Cooky. I'm just actually getting up and getting my life together because I've been extremely exhausted, dog tired. I haven't been able to sleep since she has been admitted into the hospital. I think it's just my anxiety kicking in, and I'm just, you know, a little worried about her. She's supposed to be transferred over to NIH today. However, we were waiting to hear back from the doctor with some notes to figure out if she has an infection. With that being said, if she does, she can't move forward with the physical therapy process over at NIH. So hopefully when I get to the hospital, the doctor has some good news for us. I will keep you guys posted.
Hello everyone, my name is Cooky Jones, and I am recovering from the fourth back surgery. At this time, I have been in the hospital for Friday. Been in the hospital for about 5 days. My surgery was on Monday. May the 14th, and today is May the 20th, right?
Yeah, I think today's the 21st.
Oh, 21st. So now the next one, this is the first process was for them to control my pain. So during the whole time I was in the hospital here in Providence, they were controlling my pain and make sure I didn't have any infection. Which they were doing draining of the surgery site, teaching me or getting familiar of walking, doing crunches, leg lifts, a lot of core work that does not require a lot of physical activity. So we call like bedside exercises. So now today is going on 5 o'clock, and I just got notified that my room is ready for the second stage. I'm going to NIH, which is a National Rehabilitation Center. For 7 days, I will be going through vigorous physical therapy, teaching me how to roll on my side, how to put on my socks, how to walk straight, just everyday functions. Due to the fact that I don't have a disc, and it's just synthetic bone marrow holding it together, they're going to use precautions and take it very slow. So if it needs be, if they deem it needs be for me to stay longer at the rehabilitation location, then they will for another 7 days. But hopefully everything goes as fine. Also, this morning I was notified that my surgery site has healed fast, and I'm happy about that. So my white blood cell count was high, and due to the fact that they said I had an infection, and also that the white blood cells were going to an area so it can heal. So right now I'm on antibiotics. They have me on a muscle relaxer, which is diazepam. They have me on 3 different types of pain medication. One is Dilaudid at 4 milligrams. The other one is oxycodone, 30 milligrams. And one is called oxycodone RE, which is a medication to bridge in the gap. So I won't have spikes of pain in between the time I need to take the other medication.
Can you tell us what happens if you don't have your pain managed? And when you say spikes of pain, what is that and how does it make you feel?
Without having the proper pain management, your pain will interfere with your recovery time. So, for instance, when I'm mentioning spikes, say for instance, the medication requires for me to get, say Dilaudid, I'm supposed to get that every 8 hours. Every 8 hours is needed. So every 8 hours, you're talking about 24 hours in a day, so it's supposed to be 4 times a day. Now, if I lapse, if I don't get that, and my pain shoots up to a 9 or a 10, then it's going to take more medicine to bring it back down, to bring it normal, which I can tolerate. And normal for me, it seems like it's between 6 and 7. And I think that's pretty good compared to what I just had surgery on Monday. But also they have to take into account when they do administrate this medicine, they have to take into account not just my age, they have to take in my height.
How tall are you?
6'3", and they have to take in my weight, which is 248. I need to come down some, and those play a major factors, and also what type of surgery or what type of pain you're in. Some can be severe, which would be mine is severe because they went inside and opened up my back. Hopefully everything goes as well. So once I finish the rehab at the NIH, center. Then after that, then I will go home and do inpatient and outpatient rehab. Inpatient, that means a nurse is going to come to my home, and she's going to, a physical therapist is going to come to my home a couple of days out of the week and do low impact physical therapy exercise, and basically strengthen my core, leg lifts, learning how to walk up the steps, stand up straight, putting on my shoes and socks, clothing, bathing myself, and eventually like cooking. That's all in the process. Just those simple things takes a lot of time and energy out of me.
So, how was this affecting you mentally and emotionally? You mentioned that it's taken a toll on you. Can you elaborate and tell us what you mean?
Just stuff that I used to take for granted. Just getting up and using the restroom, bathing myself, putting on clothes, even just eating or getting out of the bed takes so much energy out of me. My body is fatigued. It seems like when I do a little bit too much, if I stand for a certain amount of time or walk a certain distance, then my legs will start shaking because it's fatigue. And so I need to get my core, my legs, and the muscles strengthened again. And also due to the fact that I did have surgery on my spine, requires me, because my spine is weak right now, requires for me to use other muscles. But then that means I have to overcompensate. And so right now my left side is weaker than my right side. For example, if I just lift my leg up, my right leg up here, and put my hand here, I can do that and hold it for 10 seconds. Versus here, when I do the left side, it hurts, it's weak, and I'm shaking because I need to build up the muscle. I don't recommend anyone getting a back surgery if you don't have to. Like I said before, this is my 4th back surgery. And the fact that they didn't use my bone marrow, it's like a 50-50 chance that this can reject because it's synthetic bone marrow. And if my body rejects this, then they have to go through the process again by going into cutting me open, taking out the bone marrow, the synthetic bone marrow, and placing my bone marrow inside. In order to place my bone marrow, of course, they're going to have to test my bone marrow, and they have to pick a site where they can take a large portion. Because I'm tall, it requires for me to have a little bit more than just the average person. So if I remember correctly, the surgeon said that the hole he had to fill up twice as much because the hole was so big on me versus another person. So now we got age, gravity, old injuries, posture, weight, everyday functions. We have all of that to put in this equation to see if this was going to be a successful back surgery.
How is this affecting you mentally?
Mentally, I'm so drained. I think mentally, I'm just done. It's been times where I just want to throw my hands up and just quit. People don't understand that it takes a lot for a person to rebuild themselves back up to do everyday function. I mean, people see that I have a smile on my face and, I'm just going with the flow, but I'm really hurting inside. It's not just, oh, I just can't go out to the club or party or this and that. No, that means work too. That means that affects my work. If I keep having surgeries, that means for this surgery they estimate I'll be out like 6 to 7 months. That's 6 and 7 months that I can't lift, twist, bend, turn. That's a lot. Think about everyday functions required for an average person to at least bend, twist, and turn at least 10 times to 20 times to 100 times a day, depending on what you're doing. And financially, I can't keep doing this. I don't have a great big savings. And then putting on top of that stress, I just started a nonprofit organization that I'm not able to launch this summer due to the fact that physically it requires for me to go out there and reach people and tell people what I'm doing and get space and get people to donate and all of this.
You mentioned that part of you at times wants to give up. What inside you keeps you moving forward and challenging this obstacle?
What's pushing me is I try to think about other people that's not able to walk, not able to see, not able to hear, who had lost limbs in the war, and they are able to pick themselves up and run and do all kinds of stuff in the Olympics. So it's just like, woe is me. But then at times it's like, okay, yeah, they pick themselves up and da-da-da-da-da. But for me, it's just like, okay, when is it going to stop? Like you hear a tragic story and then they pick themselves up and then they keep going with their life. But for me, it's just an ongoing thing. And it affects my relationship romantically, friendships. How can I tell an employee or an employer to have faith in me when I keep having surgeries? Like, oh, I go on a job interview and yes, I'm a good worker, this and this, and I know this and this, but if they hire me and then a month later say, oh, I gotta have surgery and then I gotta be out another 6 to 8 months. It's frustrating.
Next week on Candice and Cooky.
Do you want the walker in front? I really want to just see your balance right now, so I wanted to see how you did without. Good.
Good job, too.
All right.
Oh my goodness, you're so tall.
This this is Candice dinner, right? You know, and they covered my thing all nice up, and I said, "Oh, I got some greens, and those right there." Right? And then I was like, "Oh, I'm ready for my entree."
Where's your starch?
Here we
Hold
go.
on, I gotta zoom in on that.
Here's my starch. Pancakes and gravy.